We focused on the areas where we can work together with FAO and UN Environment can cooperate on climate change, on the fight to protect biodiversity, on oceans and many other issues. There's a lot we can achieve together because we have so many common issues to fight for. I think a starting point is to admit that biodiversity is much lower on the global agenda than climate change, and there is no reason why it should, because this is so central to us. We need to set out biodiversity in a way which is speaking a language which is much closer to people. It's about the beauty of nature. It's about these iconic species which we cannot basically live without, the elephants, the tigers, the cheetah, the lions. I mean, how can we, the polar bear, how can we be the generation which destroys this? And it's about food and livelihood. Biodiversity is absolutely critical to the variety of food in the world. So this is a critical issue for people, and we need to speak another language much closer to people for this really to rise on the global agenda. We are now setting out a global campaign against marine litter. That's also central to food producers, because if we allow litter to float around in the oceans, as an example, the microplastic getting into the fish, which then again will get into our stomach and our bodies. Of course, it will also destroy the fishing industry, because no one will buy fish if that's the case. So protecting oceans is key for food producers, for consumers, and for environmentalists. And of course, this is about the protection of the coral reef, which is the cradle of fish, the beauty of the oceans, and so central to human life and nature. Absolutely, we discussed how we can really lift biodiversity on the global arena, but also how we can protect biodiversity much better, because we are doing a lot in the world. There is any number of conventions, any number of nations doing well, and a number of companies also doing well. Problem is that these efforts are not coming together and being enough. We are losing species every day. We are losing biodiversity every day, even with all our efforts. So let's look into how we can step up and do better. And I think at the end of the day, the key issue is how can humans and wildlife, humans live together, cohabit, and how can we humans live within nature without destroying nature. And then, of course, farmers and food producers are key for this cohabitation of humans with nature. There is a lot we can do together when it comes to promoting best agriculture practice as a way of solving the climate problems. Agriculture is key to climate adaptation. Climate adaptation is about better seeds, better water management systems. It's all about how to do agriculture in a drier or sometimes a wetter climate. But agriculture is also key to the mitigation, how we can develop agriculture methods which have less impact and less emissions. So setting out agriculture as next to energy, the most important sector for climate adaptation as well as climate mitigation, is where we can work together. Of course, you have the best knowledge of agriculture as such, but we can add maybe the environmental dimension, and together we can set up best practice for rice or cattle or tea or whatever may be the industry which is discussed.